What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Undialed podcast. Today we have a very special guest with us, and it's a guest that I've been wanting to talk to for a long time now. So, special guest, introduce yourself. Who are you?
Hello, I'm Jordan Tutt.
What's good,
and
Jordan?
I go by Tutty. So yeah.
Why do they call you Tutty? I mean, I understand your last name, but is there something more to it than that?
Nah, honestly, it's so simple. I made it myself, and then I just like kind of forced everybody to call me it by changing my Instagram name to it. So,
I feel
but
that.
like a lot of people call me Tootie.
Tootie.
So, whatever. I guess yeah. It's just I guess.
What's the X2? Is there like two of you? Are you going like double time? Like
Nah, I just feel like you just say it once, you gotta say it twice. Just say it another time. Yeah, say my name twice.
I feel that. That's sick, dude. So where are you from?
I'm from I'm actually from East Orange, New Jersey, but right now I currently live in Carteret, New Jersey. But yeah, I'm from Jersey.
So Jersey, I feel like has got some heavy hitter scooter riders. I feel like some of the best scooter riders in the entire world have came out of New Jersey, like John Marco, Dylan Morrison, Justin Phillips. He's from New Jersey, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole tech scene from back in the day, like that was crazy. Like
Nick Tedrick too.
Yeah, what's it like growing up around so many like crazy scooter riders? Because I'm sure they were around in like your upbringing in scootering, you know?
Yeah, it was honestly very awkward because I met them. Well, like I didn't really meet them, but like I saw them when I used to go to Tick all the time.
Yeah.
But like I just saw them throwing down all the time. You know, like I wouldn't really talk to them. I didn't really know who they were.
That's crazy.
And then once like I kind of got more into it and they like introduced themselves to me, I'm like, how the hell are these my friends? It's like, it's awkward. It's like you go from not knowing them to like knowing them, and it's like,
and then your best friends with them.
Why choose me to be a friend? Like, you know, like there's so many other people you can like, and they go all over the world. So it's like, you don't have to be my friend at all.
It's
pretty sick, yeah.
Did you ever meet Matt Summers?
Matt Summers. Yeah, Matt.
That old scooter zone dude.
Yeah, definitely. Dude. Yeah, I met them both, yeah. They were so good.
That was crazy. You know, I actually
went the first all riders.
Yeah, no, he was on the scene with Scooter Zone, and he was doing all sorts of stuff back in the day. Like, I remember he was one of my favorite scooter riders just to, like, hear their opinion about things. He would always make these in-depth videos about scooter parts, and half of the video wasn't even about the scooter part. He was just talking about random shit, and I was just like, these videos are sick. Like,
exactly. They were so sick.
So I actually went to Tick a few times when I was a kid. Like my grandparents live in they live right next to Delaware, so we would drive like to New Jersey, and it was always crazy to me. Like that's where like the scooter scene was. Like when I was growing up, it was like I had scooter riders around me were in my hometown, but when I went to like the Incline Club, it was like going to San Diego or something. It was like that's where all the scooter riders are at, and like
it's like the mecca of scootering right there.
Do you think that
in New Jersey?
Do you think that like Tick closing affected the scene out there quite a bit?
Oh, definitely. I feel like it kind of forced riders to move out of New Jersey.
I feel it.
They don't, like, if you're good at it, you need like a facility to ride inside. Like, you can't ride outside right now. Like, it's snowing right now, so it's like just a bummer.
Yeah, you really have to deal with seasons, huh?
Definitely. And it's just like now it's super cold. I feel like, I don't know, the older I get, the colder it gets outside. It might sound stupid, but it's just like it's freezing.
I feel
There's nothing you can do.
I live in Arizona now, so I remember I went on this trip with like me and Daniel went on this trip to Colorado not too long ago, and it was snowing, and just being in Arizona, being so used to the 100-degree weather, I was such a pussy in that cold weather. I was like, freezing. Man, like how do people do this? And you know what blows my mind the most out of that is like, you ever seen those riders in Finland? Like even the Scoot Fest videos, the Finnish dudes. You know those dudes are riding in snow. Like half of those videos were filmed in like the wet snow. Like
they just ride. Like I don't get it. But like they also, I feel like they have a few indoors too. They have a lot of indoors over there.
Here's what they got. They have one indoor that's like a half like concert hall, half skate park, and basically what they do is like it's the skate park that you see most of like the Finn scooter clips in, like the one with like little A-frame with the rail. And basically they open up this wall in the skate park and it just becomes like a venue. half of the time. And so like it's like a skate park sometimes. The other time it's
But then
just
it's a
like for
concert hall.
concerts. Yeah. So that's interesting. Then they have this other skate park out there, but they're only allowed to go there for like 2 hours a week. So like all
What?
the rest of their riding is just outside and like 0 degrees, dude. They're gnarly.
And they're so good, so
Yeah.
consistent. Like it's just like so consistent.
Dude, it's crazy. So you just got a signature wheel through North Scooters. Tell me about that.
Yeah.
I know I saw some of the old, like not the old team riders, but like some of the other team riders get their signature wheels. Like, there was like the red wheel with the clear urethane. That was what's his name? Core. I'm blanking on his name.
Cameron.
Yep, it was Cameron's
Cameron.
wheel. And then
Yeah.
there was a silver one. And then I was like, where is Tutty's? Like, where, like, he needs one. Actually, like, I messed with you. I sent you that Photoshopped one. But then I saw you actually got one. So I was like, oh, shit. Like, let's go.
Bro, I saw you send me that. Like, I woke up at like 3 a.m. or something like that. So I was like, what is this? I'm like lost. But like, honestly, the feeling is honestly pretty unbelievable. If you ask me, like, it's just surreal. Like, I always had this funny, like, saying, I was like, because I like 120s.
Yeah.
So like I was hoping Proto would put out 120s before like I got my sig wheel, like just like joking around, and it really happened. Like it's like awkward. Like I don't know why Proto. Like I guess I was just riding pros at that time, so it made sense. But like it's like wow.
So
I had my sig wheel.
did you get to like choose like the colors and all the what
Yeah.
made you choose what you chose?
I wanted to look at my scooter from not like me riding it, from like say if like I'm riding my scooter, like if somebody got my wheels, what do they look like if I was looking at them? Like yo, and the color just stands out. It's like wow,
Dude,
I like the blue a lot.
It's really
It's really
sick,
sick.
man. Can we expect a video for it?
I would have said yeah, but I mean I feel like I don't know. We might be a little past that. I feel like I got a little something else coming for you guys.
Whoa, you got
That's
something
a little
else?
bit better. That's a little better than that. I feel like I might have something a little better for you
Ooh.
guys.
Have you been working on something for a while?
Yeah, I've been trying to get that video out for the promo, but the way it fell, it just didn't really happen the way I wanted it to. But hey, I mean, we still have the clips. It's not like they're gone.
Facts.
We can just add to them.
Who do you normally film out there with?
Justin,
Yeah.
that's the man right there. Yeah.
He
Whenever you guys time.
he must be such a great guy to ride with. I feel like his energy just is so like motivating. Like the few times I've ridden with him, I've really caught that.
It's crazy. I used to kind of be like not scared by like the way he's feel because like he's moving like so fast and like so coordinated. Boom, let's do this. Let's hit this. Let's like. I just didn't want to like waste his time, and like I felt like I was like wasting his time at first, which like no, I wasn't obviously, but like
Yeah.
you just have it in the back of your head like, all right, I've got to make this shit like worth it for something. He definitely to see him happy over a clip that like I did, it's like it's nuts.
Dude,
It makes me 10 times happier. It's like what?
he drops edits, I feel like, at a rate faster than anyone. I haven't seen. I don't know if I've seen anything recently from him, but like there was this minute where he was just dropping edits like back to back to back, and they were all heavy.
To the point where I feel like he scared a lot of people. People are like, "Fuck! Like how can we keep up with this?" And I don't think I've really seen people do that since that rapidly.
Like, and
then be that long.
No, that's the other thing is that they weren't just 2-minute edits; they were like long videos. And the other thing is like I remember he would do like some sort of like fucked up 50 hard 3 thing in every video, and like in one video he did this like enormous double kink to hard 3. You remember that shit?
Yeah, that's my boy.
That was crazy.
It's sick because like I was actually there to witness that.
Yeah,
and it didn't take him long. Yeah, it did not take him long at all.
I'm sure he.
I remember as soon as he did it, he like rolled away. I just ran fast as shit. I just like tackled him damn near.
Where
was so funny.
Where was that?
I mean, I guess it's everybody knows now. Like besides like everybody like doesn't live there, but that's in New York.
That's in New York.
Like, yeah, but it's just so stupid that it's just like nobody's dumb enough besides Justin to try that. Like,
for real,
honestly, like if you want,
because
the steps are so big, they're just huge like steps. So like you can't just jump off to another step because you're just gonna roll your ankle.
Facts. No, that makes sense. No, that must be so cool filming with him. Like, that would be a great dude to be around.
Like the first time he actually told me to film him, I was just lost. Like, why do you want me to film you? Like,
It's like,
I can't film. Like,
did he teach you everything you needed to know though?
oh yeah, definitely. And I still need to be taught the same shit every time he comes back. Like, he's like, oh yeah, do this again. I just forgot every time.
I feel that. So, who do you normally ride with, like at your local? Like, who's your circle of riders that you're normally kicking it with?
Well, like the kid that works for me, his name's Brian. He films my Insta videos, most of the time. So,
Dope.
and I have my boy Johnny. He rides most of the time. Got my friend Razzie Sessions. His name's Casey. He rides most of the time. Justin lives pretty far from me, and he works. So I haven't really rolled with him. And Justin's not really into skate parks anymore, so it's pretty much like.
Is he only street now?
Justin, it's pretty hard. I haven't seen Justin at a skate park. He just refuses. He'd rather just go out and get it, rather than waste his time at a skate park. And I understand, but
I like skate parks, man. They're fun.
I love skate parks. They really are fun, especially like when you get out of work and like the timing is like not really. You can't travel far.
Yeah.
I need lighting, so
it's
can't
hard.
really just travel everywhere. Yeah, it's very hard.
It's hard this time of the year because it just gets dark so early, especially where
Super
you're at.
early.
It's
Super
like
early.
It's like you get off at 3, you got an hour to ride. You know what I'm trying to say?
I get off at 4. I have 20 minutes to ride, like, and our parks, they have lights. They just don't use them.
Why not?
I've never seen lights on at my local. Never in my life. I've been going there for so long.
That's weird. You'd think if they have it built that they would have them.
Never.
It's weird. I feel like sometimes like communities like build these skate parks and they like build these, they're like kind of like not even good skate parks, they're kind of bad skate parks, and they like nobody like rides them or they don't give like any attention. The city's like, it's like what the heck, why doesn't anyone like this skate park? And it just kind of turns into a pile. It's just like, yo, you need to make like a good skate park. Like if you want people to respect a skate park, it has to be like moderately good, you know what I mean?
Like, and you can't just have nothing, like no obstacles.
Facts. And like, I don't know, I just feel like it's frustrating when skate parks have lights and they like don't turn them on because they're scared of like crime or something like that. It's just like, yo, like at least like you're giving people a place to like go, like for all of the people that are going to have a good time compared to how much people are going to commit crime. Like there's so many more people that are going to have a good time. Like if you looked at the majority of people that just rock up to a skate park at night, it's like they're not harmful people.
At all. They just want to go to the skate park and see what kids are doing.
And the people who don't have something to ride are the ones who are harmful. I swear.
Exactly. Like they just go there for no apparent reason. But it's so nuts. Like I don't see why crime. Like that's not doing anything to crime. Like they used to say they didn't turn them on because like there were houses near, but all the houses are knocked down now. So there's no reason you should not have lights. It's just nuts.
Yeah. No. That was the concern at like my old local growing up as a kid, is they didn't want to put lights in because there was like a neighborhood right next to it. And I guess I can understand that, like the neighborhood would get pissed, but like, I feel like there has to be at least 1 or 2 skate parks within like a region with lights, because I feel like there's so many times of the year, there's so many like schedules that just don't line up. Like there needs to be a park that people can ride at night. And I feel like from like a human perspective, like just being a human, like you have to have a certain amount of like physical release every single day. You know what I mean? Like that's what our bodies are designed to do. And it's like, if you can't do that, then your thoughts start building up. You start acting a little bit crazy. You ever not scooter for a few days and you're like, you have to like check yourself?
You're lost. Yes. Start doing weird stuff. Like you're just doing weird stuff. You're like, why am I doing it? Oh, I have the rope.
Yeah. And it's just like I just feel like I feel like people, like especially like city workers, like don't realize like the value in that. You know what I mean? And it's like, could you imagine how much better, like, I don't know, communities could potentially be if there was just like great skate parks or just great
thought of putting a great skate park or something. I feel like they don't even think. They just like, oh yeah, let's just put this here. No lights, no nothing. They're gonna just love it anyway. No.
Yeah,
you need lights. You definitely need lights.
Yeah. And it's like, I feel like to a certain degree, it's like a skate park has the potential. If the skate park is good and it's a place that's like good for all difficulties of riding, I feel like it's like just kind of a hot spot for friendships. You know what I mean? Like, do you think about how many friends you know that you have just only met at the skate park and now they're like your boy? Like, I don't know.
All of them,
You know what
besides
I
like the
mean?
ones like you go to school with, like,
Yeah, yeah.
but like that's different. Yeah, all of them.
And it's like I think about that, and it's like how many other millions of people in this world have similar stories of that, and it's like how many of
To
those
tell,
friendships have continued into like progressing this world. You know what I mean? It's like
it's nuts. It's so nuts.
it's so crazy. It's like
Like, how many scooter parts would have not been like produced if like these people didn't meet these filmers or riders, and there were no like there'd be like no collabs. It's just like everyone just has their own videos. Kind of like
yeah.
stale, bro. No, it's so sick now.
I did this I did this social media camp at Adrenaline Alley last summer, and basically the objective of the social media camp was to basically tell kids that like don't get your head wrapped up in social media,
Yeah.
like this is it's like it's just kind of this never ending falling game of trying to play catch up with these people you don't really care about. You know, like that's what I kind of described it as. But something that I mentioned in there that I just got reminded of was I talked about like the forms of communication for like humans over like the years, and initially like when humans like first like I'm talking about like primitive humans right now, like early humans, it's like the first way they ever communicated was like with body language, right? They would be like
Yes.
they'd be like dancing around like there's a bear over there. The other humans would be like, well, what's he doing? Oh, there's a bear. You know what I mean? Like that's how they communicated. And I think about like scootering is primitive in like some in a way, because it's like how do scooter riders communicate with one another? It's like they communicate with body language. They communicate with the tricks that they're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like you ever meet somebody at a skate park and you already know that you fuck with them just based on how they ride, and it's
Yes,
like you already
exactly.
know like their personality and things like
they're
that.
so fluent. Yeah.
And I think that's so interesting, just how like people's personas and people's energy manifest so much in their writing, and like I feel like people like learn so much about themselves, and you learn so much about other people just through that. And I feel like I wish the cities would see how important all of these like smaller things are, man. It's just like
But they won't.
they
And
won't.
that's all without even using words. We're just literally pulling up to a skate park and just riding.
And like
Boom.
and it's another thing that I love about scootering is like the fact that like I think scootering is probably some of the most genuine, it's like probably the most genuine community of people in the world. And the reason I say that is
Yeah.
because it's like yo, there's like not that much money in scootering. You're not going to get like rich from
No,
this.
no, no.
It's like
No.
there's not that much like prosperity in scootering. It's like but you know what there is in scootering? There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of like there's a
Yeah.
lot of care in scootering. And I feel like you only like stick around in scootering if you want to contribute that same care and passion that the other people around you
Yeah.
are. And like it's so cool because it's like when you have a community of people that are willing to be there, wanting to be there, passionate to be there, then you have just like a group of like very like simple-minded people that just all have the same goal in mind.
Same understanding. Yeah.
And I feel like that's why like there's some bullshit in scootering, but like in the grand scheme of things, like there's really not that much bullshit. Like
No.
like
Nothing
there's
that we can't handle, honestly.
you know what I mean? And it's like it's just so cool that like I don't know. I feel so blessed that like I'm able to be a part of a community like this. Like you know how many
That's
people
so
in this
sick.
world like don't get to do that?
Don't get to experience this.
Like
This is just so sick.
like it's just like we have this like all the scooter riders like and all the people like listening to this, like everyone that scooters, like we all have this like in like this friend group that's way bigger than any of us really realize, and it's just like it's just so cool, man. Like that gets me so hyped, dude. And
so appreciative. Like, yeah, it's so sick.
it's like that's like if people ask me like why I scooter, like that's the reason I scooter. It's like just
It's not even just because like you do cool tricks. It's not because like the reaching out and the like I don't know, like just like the networking of everything, how it comes together, and just wow.
yeah. Dude, so what's it like being on North Scooters? I feel like you right now are part of like a great team, and I feel like all the boys on North Scooters are like cool ass people. You know what I mean? Like, tell me what that's like being a part of like a great group of dudes.
Honestly, I feel like it's awkward to say because it's like it all happened so fast. Like I met Legaush. Legaush is like, bro, this one of the sickest dudes ever.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, like we're on tour. It's like holy shit! Like I'm actually sitting next to it's like what? It's just nuts. Like it's just stuff you can't really I don't know. You can't really fathom until like you like record it, I guess, and like play it back. Like that happened. It's so nuts. It's really cool.
So did
Like
North take
meaning,
you on your first scooter trip?
yeah, definitely,
What was that
definitely.
like going out of your hometown with like some people you don't really know and you're just like the only thing you got common with them is a scooter? Like what was that like? Tell me about that.
That was probably the experience of my life. Like the one right there.
Yeah.
Like for right now, the one. Yeah, bro. What? I got to hit El Toro. That was sick. That's so sick. Like that's super sick. I love it.
I think I
And
met
like
you on
just
that trip to be honest. Like at
yeah, at the vault.
yeah, at the
The
vault.
vault.
And
Yeah.
dude, and at what that skate park it was like Andrews Moore's local or something. I forget the name of
Yeah,
it.
that the one with the chain, little chain hop thingy.
Yeah, what kind of obstacle is that? That's so sick that they
That's
have
so
that.
sick. It's so sick. Like what?
Like that, I think that's the only one in the entire world that's like meant at a skate park. Like
Like right there. And they were using it. They use it so good. It's like I feel like when I hit it, it's like, oh my god, this is
dude,
really nuts.
I'm too scared to hit the
I don't like
chainsaw.
that. I don't like that. That thing is nuts. That thing is so nuts.
Dude,
That video was actually pretty sick too. What was that for? That was for Tilt's what?
that was the
Tilt?
that was the Tuesday at Tilt video. I'm
Tilt,
pretty
yeah.
sure, and it was just like a little like recap of the trip. I remember, yeah, you got some clips for that video too. I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I had pegs on. I was like, what?
Are you done with the pegs now?
Yeah.
You're looking around.
I'm not
You're seeing if
gonna
any
lie.
pegs are watching. You're like, I can't let it
Nope.
hear.
It's, I watched Mateus' video today and I put on pegs. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I had to. He makes it look too good.
I feel like
And
some people. I feel like some people really pull off pegs well, and I feel like some people
Yeah.
just do not at all. Like
It's just nuts. Like I
Justin
don't get
Phillips,
it.
Matisse pull off
Oh
pegs
my god.
well.
And it's crazy because Justin took pegs off and was just he didn't slip a beat. It's even crazier without pegs. It's nuts. Like I don't understand. I really don't.
I feel like in scootering there was this time period where like 50/50s were like really hard, right? They were just like they were like really fucking hard, like 4.5 wide. And then like they created pegs so that trick could be like introduced, right? And then like the easiest way to do a 50/50 for a period of time was to have pegs. And then like as dexters get
Pegs, yes.
wider and wider and wider over the years, it's almost like pegs have become like the harder way to do a 50/50. Have you noticed that?
It's crazy. You had Levi Knight doing whip back 50 down, right? Yeah, that was whip back 50, right?
He whip front 50.
Whip front 50, okay. No, Nick.
Nick.
Nick did whip over back 50. That's just different. Like
All right,
that's
what would you rather do on a down rail? What would you personally rather do? Like life or death situation. Whip over back 50 or whip back 50?
I'd rather want to do whip back 50.
Yeah.
Fine.
Dude, the day that I see somebody do that in a video part is the day that I'm gonna shit my pants.
That is just so nuts. Like I don't even think I've really even back 50 down like a rail like that. Like a big one. Yeah, honestly.
Have you ever sent like a whip into a pretty fat grind before? Like a whip front board down something big, or I don't know.
No, I never had a chance to.
No?
Honestly, like no. I wanted to do it down what's his face's what's that rail? Fucking what's his face? Oh, it's in Chicago. Oh, Grant. They have like this long down rail.
Yeah,
I want to whip back board is so bad, but it's like the wall and the way it is, it's just too. You have to just be too good at it.
So did you go to the
I don't wanna
Chicago
go
Street
toss.
Jam then?
A few of them. I haven't been since 2018. Yeah.
What are those like? Are those nuts? I've unfortunately never been to one.
Honestly, it's just an experience that you might have to experience for yourself because everyone has it at different like levels. There's like going there and participating in it.
Yeah.
Which I did probably the last year I went because the first few years I used to be so scared to just like participate in a street jam. I'd go there and just be like, I don't feel like falling. I don't want to do this. But yeah, like then you just start becoming the rider in it. then you see it and it's just like a whole different experience.
Oh yeah.
Whole different experience.
I remember the first time that I ever like participated at a street jam. That was like one of the most nerve-wracking moments. Basically, like what happened was like I was always like initially like when I went to my first ever street jams, I was kind of like still photographer Willie. Like when I got into scootering, I was like known for taking photos. So I'd go to the street jams with like intentions of like getting content for other people.
Yeah, photos.
And then as time progressed and my name got bigger and bigger, I started to get recognized as more of a rider and not as much a photographer. And then I went to the street jam one day, and there was this 18 rail, and I was like, oh damn, like I know I can do this shit, like I gotta do this shit. And I go up to the top, and Jake Sorensen like looks at me, and he's like, Will, what are you doing up here? And I was like, I'm gonna hit this, and he's like, oh, sit down, like you're not gonna do this. And I was like, that like started like a little fire in me or something. I was like, you know what, Jake, fuck you, I'm gonna do this shit. I'm gonna do this shit for me. And I just turned around and I went and I jumped in the front 50 on that rail, and I did it first tee. And I was the first person to like get the trick down that rail that day. And I just rolled away, and I was like, no fucking way.
Yo,
and then I was
shout
like,
out Jake.
Yeah,
Shout out Jake.
So Jake's dickness pushed me to do the trick.
Yeah.
I fuck with Jake though. He's a good guy.
Man, Jake's a hell of a dude. Hell of a dude.
It's crazy how many times in scootering that like someone's just been a dick to me about doing a trick. They're just like either like Will, you're such a pussy, or like you're not gonna do this. That's made my major leaps in scootering. I don't know. It's so
Thank you. Everyone keep doing that. Everyone keep doing that.
You know Tanner Wilson?
Tanner, yeah.
He's
I know Tanner.
He's like John Dev's friend and Badger's friend.
Yeah.
So
sorry, Tanner.
Yeah. So my first ever scooter farm trip, dude. I went down to San Diego, and we were like scootering and stuff, and I'm like timid little scooter kid. I'm like scared. I'm like, who the fuck am I around? Like I was just nervous, right? And we're like going to these spots, and I'm just too scared to hit any of these spots. I'm with Elliot Arnold. I'm with like the boys, and I'm like feeling like intimidated. And then finally, like we're driving to this spot, and Tanner's like pissed at me because I'm not doing that much. Turns around, and he just looks at me from like the front seat. He's like, Will, you need to stop being so much of a pussy. You just got on the scooter farm. You have no excuses anymore. And I was just like sitting in the back seat, like.
He's right.
I was like, he's right. So I sometimes have these flashbacks of Tanner still in the front seat.
In your head.
Yeah. Stop being a pussy.
Shout out Tanner.
So no, he's the guy for that.
I might need a lot of people to start. Hey, people out there, tell me that I suck or something like that. Make me do something crazy, because I feel like sometimes I get pretty stagnant, and it really annoys me.
Dude,
like just same tricks. It's just like
some of the stuff you be posting on Instagram, but blowing my mind. Like you're sick with the bras. Like you can do that like no problem.
That trick was always like, I don't know. Like I'd rather do. I don't know. We had this like 4-foot spine like at the local, like before it got transformed to this whole like Cali looking thing.
Yeah.
And I used to bri flip that, but I wouldn't like whip it. Like I didn't like whips like that. Like it's weird. Like I didn't want to like lean back too much and like just like loop out. I'd rather like I knew I could bri flip it to the side and just Tokyo drift all the way out. I know I was safe. But yeah, that was so sick. So I love bris. Bris was so sick.
Were they one of the first initial tricks that you learned like off the bat, or was it one of those tricks that took you a while?
No, honestly, it didn't take me a while at all. My friends all did it. They all rode the other way. Like they had to do it heel side, I think.
Are you goofy or regular?
I'm regs.
And you're right-handed?
So, yeah, I'm right-handed. Yeah.
I always think about that. I feel like if you're right-handed and regular, bris come to you quick. But I feel like if you're goofy and right-handed, because that's what I am, then it's like naturally you want to do it heel side. That's the way that you naturally do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that. Yeah.
So that's why like I felt like, oh damn, I'm the only one right now that like in my friend group that could kind of do them. So I was like, all right, let me start doing. Then like they all learned them. So it's like, all right, yeah.
As soon as you did it, they're like, shit, Tutty's got it. We gotta get it now.
Exactly. They had to. They loved them. But my friend Johnny, he rides my same way. So he learned it regular. Like watching him ride is different because he can ride both ways. You wouldn't even know if he's goofy regular, whatever it is. You don't even know. But he just stands regular. So it's just like, all right, he's Rex.
I feel
He's
it.
nuts.
Do you know what I think is interesting is, have you ever noticed that like scooter tricks, just random scooter tricks, and I feel like it's different for everyone, just come super easy to people. Like for whatever reason, I feel like people are gifted with certain tricks, and then the same thing is like they're not gifted with certain tricks. Like they just can't do
Bro,
certain tricks.
like kids that are gifted with full whips, like you're just blessed. Like
What trick?
you too.
What trick do you think you've been like gifted with? Like
The
what's
fly
one?
flips.
Fry
That's all I'm
flips?
doing, really.
Yeah,
Honestly, yeah. That's yeah. That's it.
I feel it.
Honestly.
From
Oh no, well, bar twist too. Yeah, I like bar twist a lot. Bar twist is sick.
bar twist came to me super easy too. I feel like it's because I have like longer arms. I feel like
Yeah.
if you have longer arms, like bar twists are pretty easy. Yeah.
So easy.
People
You
with like
just get it out the way.
people with T-Rex arms just can't do it.
Yep. My problem with bar twist at first, my feet never stayed on the deck for some
Yeah.
awkward reason. I was like, why is that not happening? But then again, I didn't ride the same way. I changed my stance, so I was like, oh, that's pretty sick.
Do you consider a bar twist a land if you take off your foot?
As in, like, you're taking it off while you're doing it, or
Yeah.
when you
Like your foot comes
yeah.
off mid.
Mid, as in it slipped off, or you took it off.
You know, like midair, you took your foot off, but you put it back on
like,
before you landed.
Okay, so it's like okay.
Because you see
like
kids
those.
do that.
I'm not gonna lie. I like some of those. It depends on what obstacle you're doing on, but sometimes it just looks like like when you make it look easy. Like I don't like when the park kids do it. I'm not gonna lie. Like the parky kids, it's like they already have that motion. It's just way too fast. It's like, all right. At least the least you can do for me is keep your foot on.
Facts.
Honestly.
Have you ever seen?
For us, we can do that.
Have you ever seen Nolan Shoemaker do it?
Nolan is probably I love when Nolan does it. It's the best.
Didn't you just
It really
meet
is
Nolan?
the best. Yes.
Dude, how was
Yes.
Nolan?
And first of all, that comes back to what we were talking about when, like, the weather changed. Nolan had on gloves when he came out to see us. I was like, bro, it's so sick. But yeah, meeting Nolan, I was like, I was nervous, honestly. I'm still nervous. Like, and I met Burrito too. And you can even ask Burrito this. Like, he was like, bro, why are you so nervous, bro? Just looking like, I just don't say much. I don't say much. I just ride.
Facts.
I don't
No,
really say much.
I was really trying to come out for that trip, but I got too caught up back where I'm at. I'm like bummed. I wish I could have come out with Daniel and kicked it with y'all. I want to come out to the East Coast soon, dude. I need to come out.
There's always more time.
Facts.
Right now, it's terrible anyway, so it's no point.
Yeah. I feel like summertime is the best time to go out. I just hope that like COVID has calmed down.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand this whole thing.
What's it been like from your perspective? Tell me from COVID, from Tutty's perspective.
I just go to work and wear masks. And I just because my parents are here, it's just me and my parents. So I, sanitize and do all that stuff. So, they don't really have to, deal with because they don't really go anywhere. So, I have to be the one to make sure I'm sanitized when I come in the house for them. So, got to make it better.
I feel it.
Outside, it's I don't know. People wear I don't know. A lot of people have their own opinions. Some people don't want to come into their job without it, and then there's people that just don't really care. Just wear no mask. They just go outside. Everyone has their different view on it.
So, did you have any trips or plans that got postponed or canceled from COVID, or not really?
No, but I can say that Burrito wanted me to go out there to Arizona, and that kind of just got thrown out because it was there's no airports. We can't leave. It was just But hopefully, if everything opens back up, then I don't have to come back home ever again. I can just film for the rest of my life.
Facts. That's the goal, right?
Let's just go.
So I want to hear your opinion on something. So what do you think that the next stages in scootering are from your perspective? Scootering is going to continue to transform. It always will. What do you think that is on the horizon for the scene in the future? What's something that you'd want to see be added to the scooter scene or potentially changed? I don't know. I want to hear what your future thoughts of scootering is.
Bring back Scoot Mag.
Bring back
I want
Scoot
to
Mag.
see, yes, I want to
Why?
see people on covers and all that. I want to see that because I don't know the whole. All right, skateboarding makes it just so like they're just so like we're united too. We
Yeah.
are, but they are just like all right, okay, here, boom, here we're skateboarding. They they have all these different outlets to go. They have mags. They have all this type of stuff. Like we need something like that. Like we have the Rider of the Year, everything like that. But can he be on like a magazine, like or something? Like, can we start doing that?
So
Like, I
what
just
you're
want
saying
it
is
to
you
be
want to see
much
more
more.
structure.
Yeah, like a little bit more. Yeah, exactly. Just structure. Like it's even though like, everything is going right now. I mean, there's probably reasons to why there's no mags or something like that. Who knows? I don't really know, but I just want to see a little bit more stuff like that. Like
So
just
so
random contests being thrown.
So coming from a photographer, somebody that hustled scooter magazines, that's how I got like my name and in the beginning. Like I love shooting photos for magazines and like genuinely like I hate to see like scooter magazines start to go away, because that was just like lame. Like I feel like a physical copy, like I'm fortunate enough to have shot a cover photo, I've been on a cover photo, I've done that, and it's like having that physical copy, it feels like a trophy or something. It's
Yeah.
it's it's really sick. And I'm really bummed to like watch that go away. But it's like if you think about the logistics of it, it's like are people observing that as their primary source of like as their medium? You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah.
and it's like a bummer because the answer is no. You know what I
It's
mean? Like
no.
like
It's no. They
like
don't have.
as much as I want it to be, like I'm guilty myself. I don't really look at magazines that much compared to
Yeah.
my phone, compared to
No.
other things, and it's like I feel like what scootering needs is it needs an outlet that's similar to a magazine, because I feel like what you're saying is like with the magazine, I feel like what you're trying to get to is like a central place that everyone in scootering can see one thing. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And I feel like that's what you're really hinting at right
Mm-hmm.
now is it's and and I feel like I agree because scootering I feel like right now is a little bit spread out. I brought this up on podcasts in the past, but it's like we don't have like a central spot where all of the edits drop. We have like these
Mm-hmm.
various spots. Like I feel like every brand has their own YouTube channel where an edit
They do.
comes out
Yeah.
on, opposed to skateboarding where everyone pays Thrasher just to post it on
Dasher.
theirs.
Yep.
You know,
Which is very sick.
and I feel like scootering is also unique in a sense because all of scootering is funded by scootering. Like there's no
Mm-hmm.
outside influences, there's no outside sponsors like there is in skateboarding, like there is in biking. Like
Yeah.
like we're kind of like self-reliant. And I feel like the next major stage that has to happen in scootering is there has to be a central point where people can view scootering, and advertisers could sponsor scootering through the central point where
Mm-hmm.
basically like everyone can get that attention that you're talking about with the magazines, get that spotlight, that exposure. But I feel like what that's going to take is it's going to take major organization within the community and
Yeah.
within the other riders. And I feel like it's totally doable. It's just up to the riders who are like our age right now. It's up to the
Yeah.
older riders in the scene who the younger kids are the younger kids are expecting us to do this. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it's like I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's like our role as these scooter riders now, and it's like I feel like that is what could potentially keep scootering around. I mean, I feel like scootering is always going to be around, but I feel like
Yeah.
to make scootering what we all know it could be. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And like
And there's no better way to put that. Honestly.
like that's what I really want to see out of scootering is just I agree, it's just more structure.
And like I just like if I don't know what it really takes because I'm not really on that that side of it because I just ride, but like if it could just have more structure and
You
understanding
are
of what
that
we're
you are
trying
on
to
that
do
side of it though, dude.
as a
You got your own
yeah,
sig parts. You work
I
in a
do.
scooter shop. You deal with kids all day.
Yeah,
You're at the park making scootering look good. You're on that side of
you're right.
it.
You're right. But it just happens so fast that like I just constantly say like it doesn't. I don't know. Sometimes like life moves so fast you don't really think it's happening to you, but like it is. But you just never stop to realize it's happening. It's like oh wow, I am in the middle of this. It's like
Yeah.
never had time to think about it. But
Yeah,
So sick.
it's crazy because it's like scootering is still so much in its early stages. It's so much
Yeah,
of
it really
in its
is.
primary stages that like it's something that I try to express to people and I try to get across all the time is like it's like yo like other scooter riders out there like there's so many jobs and so many potential careers in scootering that like and this is the most important part that are gonna like yes make you money but also they're gonna benefit scootering so much. I feel like there's this connotation a lot of the time where it's almost like bad to like earn money from scootering or
Yeah.
it's like scootering isn't about money, you know, blah blah blah.
Hmm.
But it's like I feel like if there was more people making money from scootering, there's just more money moving through scootering. And if you think about how much money is out there and how small scootering really is, it's like yo, like if there's a couple million more dollars moving through scootering every year, then like that is like nothing affecting how much the major money scale
Zero.
is. And it's like how could that be a bad thing? Like that just means more prize purses, bigger competitions,
More competitions.
like it means
Everything.
that there's like beer gardens at scooter competitions because people are so rich that they just or people want to put so much money into it they just want to get drunk. Like there's so many cool
Literally.
outlets, and
Yeah.
I feel like all of that is like at the disposal of like the scooter riders now. So it's like,
Yep.
and I feel like one of the reasons I'm trying to do this podcast, and I'm really just trying to like unite all the like-minded, like scooter riders within the scene, just to like see that vision of like the potential careers and the potential outlets that scootering has basically set up and I just because I just know it's up to all of the people in the scene right now to basically make or break it. So yeah, that's like the reason.
Like it's honestly, I like looking at how the whole proto thing went down, which
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really don't even know how that stuff
Tell
even went. But
tell me about that from your perspective. Like what did that look like?
to me, it just looked to just like I don't know. I felt like they had an understanding. Like everyone had an understanding of what was going on, like the team wise, and I felt like they did what they had to do, like for themselves at the end of the day, and for scootering. Like it's more than just that one company. Like it's for scootering. So they all thought to do what's best for them, and they're making it really good. Like Paris just kind of, I feel like Paris just kind of broke the native code. Like I feel like native wasn't really working with anybody from the U.S., which I don't think, but he got on. So that was pretty sick to see.
Parrish is yeah, I'm
Like
stoked he's on native.
constant pushing,
Yeah,
constant pushing of scootering. It's just
I feel like
and to see how that prime scootering team is coming out along. That prime, like the prime people. I don't know where they're from. I think France.
yeah, I know who you're talking
That's
about.
super sick too.
They're killing
Super
it.
sick.
Um, I feel like something that like I feel like was a little bit crazy within the community is like when all of that stuff with Proto kind of did pop off a little bit. You know what I mean? I felt like that was like an interesting point a little bit just to like witness because it was like, yo, this is such like a core brand. This is such like a
Mm-hmm.
fundamental brand to scootering, and to watch them get like treated like that by the community, it was like kind of like weird. You know what I mean? And it's like I think what like the whole like problem about it too was I feel like Andrew never had any bad intentions when he wrote any of that
Yeah.
stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't think that he had any negative intentions in his heart. I just think that the energy going around in social media at that time and just the
The
air
timing was just
wa-
not needed. Yeah, it was just
and
wrong.
was he was just put on like the bad side of the spectrum by people. You know what I mean? And like
Mm-hmm.
that's just how he was viewed. And I felt kind of bad for him in a sense. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
that was kind of bad. But it's like, I mean, like if you put that example aside, like I feel like it was kind of cool to watch the scooter scene like stay so united through all of
Yeah.
that. You know what I
And
mean?
then
Like
just boom. Mm-hmm.
aside from that one little thing, like if you like that's just a small little case, but it's like all of over the course of the rest of scootering, I thought it was kind of beautiful how scootering just came together like just like that, and it was like yo, we're all cool, right? Yep, all right. Like
And that's nuts because I went to a proto premiere, like just to see how that all transpired. I was like, wow, you really never know what's happening like behind scootering. So
yeah,
I just stay on this side and just watch from from the outside in.
yeah. No, it's scootering is crazy, man.
Yeah, I love it, but it gets it gets really nuts sometimes.
Do you ever try to explain scooter to girls and like you just like start to explain it and you stop yourself and you're just like, you know what? I'm
Yeah,
not even
you
gonna
don't
go
understand what I'm saying. Like, bro, I've been in the car so many times and been like, oh, I front board that. They're like, what are you talking about? Like, they don't see anything as a scooter obstacle. Like, they don't look at anything.
So like you were like not hurt earlier in the day, and then you saw that thing that you grab onto to walk down the stairs, and you decided to hurt yourself on it, and you're like, yeah,
yes, exactly.
yes, that is
Like,
exactly
why
what
would you do
happened.
that? I felt like that was a good clip. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
You know what's funny is when people are like, why do you try tricks, Will? And I kind of want to be a dick. I just give him like the long answer. I'm like, all right, so when I go for a scary scooter trick, my body thinks that I might die. And when my body thinks that I might die, adrenaline comes out and makes it so I don't die. And in that transition of thinking I'm going to die and not dying, dopamine comes out. And then it feels good. So that's the reason I scooter.
exactly. Just give them
And
that
the more
long answer. They're like,
and the more that my body thinks that I'm going to die, the better it feels when I don't die.
you're just like, I didn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's try it again. Let's try it again.
Dude, you know what one of the funniest thing I think about scootering is you've ever been trying like a scooter trick, and it's like a scooter trick. Like I feel like some scooter tricks are like really scary, but like you just got to go for it once, and you know you're gonna land it, right? And then other tricks are like, yo, this trick is hard, but it's like I'm not gonna get hurt trying it. It's just hard. You know what I mean? Like, and have you ever been trying a trick that's just both? That's just like really, really hard, and like you're scared to do it.
It's like, why? Like, why can't I just do it? But every time like you feel like you're going to hop to do it or whatever, your body you just don't. Like, why can't I just do this? Like, my big problem I have is like I do like a lot of manuals and stuff like that. So like the tricks I do every day, I'm going to assume that when I'm trying something, I'm not going to mess up this many times. And like when I can't do it, it's like why do I come outside today? Like I just beat myself up so much. It's like why do I even scooter? Like why?
Do you ever feel like some days of the week? You ever feel like some days of the week you're better at manuals, and then other days of the week you're just not?
It's just terrible. Like I'll go to nose man and just eat it. I'm like, what? I do a trick every day.
And then some days, like you're in a nose manual, and you ever get like stuck in a nose manual. You're like, I'm so balanced right now, I'm stuck.
And I tried to pull my foot off, and I just can't move my feet.
You just keep going.
I just go. I was like, oh god, but it's nuts because I've also did a hang five before, and I've like when you do hang five, you're like looking down, and a biker came and like we like clashed hands, and it just broke my hand. So like after that day, I just like did not do hang fives.
You actually broke your hand in a hang?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because I was like actually hang fiving, and I'm looking down. Dude just came straight up, and boom, our bars just hit, and like my fingers just got sandwiched in between. Just broke my whole hand. It's like thanks, dude. Bro. Like it's like thanks. It's always when you're not doing anything.
It's always when you're doing the dumb stuff. Always when you're doing
stupid stuff.
That's
smash, like boom.
I remember when I was like a kid, I was like outside scooting around, and my dad was like, "You need to wear your helmet," and I was like, "Nah, I'm just doing like stupid stuff right now." And he looks at me, he's like, "That's when you're gonna get hurt." And I was like, at that age, I was like,
what do you mean?
I was like, this idiot. And then looking at my life now, I'm like, how did I break my collarbone? Oh, I was trying to hang five down a grass hill. That's what happened. Like.
What made you do that? Like, I was wondering. Like,
you want to hear?
That looks super sick, but why?
You want to hear why? Okay, so we were at Lake Havasu, right? And I may or may not have been a little bit drunk. I'll leave that one up to the viewers to decide. So I see my boy Clayton trying to go fakey down this hill, and basically like. I don't know, me and Clayton get kind of competitive with each other sometimes, especially like about dumb scooter tricks. Like, I don't know. And so I see him go down this hill, and he just hits a sprinkler with his back wheel and just like flies back and just smacks his head on the ground and get like a fat concussion. And I was like, damn, he got fucked up. Like, all right, well, I got to one-up him now. Like, I can't let him. So I was like, he went fakey down this. You know, I'm pretty good at hang fiving. I can hang five down this grass hill. And like, so I go to the top, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna test this out, and I do like one hang five, and like I low key get it. Like I get pretty close to doing it, and I'm like
5 feet.
no, but I was in it.
Like 5 feet.
Shut up, Clayton. I did that. I got pretty close. And then I was like, yo, Clayton. He's like concussed. He's like, huh? Yeah.
Oh my God.
See, that's why I did more than 5 feet. You can't remember.
He said,
So basically, so I hand him my phone and he's like filming me, and I run up to it, I put down my scooter, I go hop into hang five, and I'm just going down, and I hit like a rabbit hole or something, like it's grass, and I just catch my front wheel, and like I was going down a hill, right? So then I flew from like the angled part just straight to the flat, just all in the back of my shoulder. And I just hear a crunch, and it literally like I fell like this. So when my bone broke, it was like next to my ear. So my ear started like ringing, it like this loud pop noise in my ear.
ow.
And I was like, oh, this sucks. So then I get up, and I think I'm convincing myself that I didn't break it. I'm like, nah, you're good. And I'm finally like, yeah, I broke it. So then concussed Clayton and broken White Trash Willie hop in the car and go for an adventure through Lake Havasu trying to find a hospital. And we pull up to the hospital, dude, and there's literally nobody there. Like we walk into the front desk, and there's just no reception, nobody there. And I'm just like holding my arm like, yo, like, is anyone here? And this janitor like peeps their head around from the corner like, oh yeah, you got to go through that hall. You got to go over there. And I was like, all right. So then I don't know. I got my shit handled, but they gave me some sort of like, it was like Percocet or something for like the
God.
pain. So I was taking that the next day, but the next day was a scooter competition, right? So I'm a little bit like faded at the scooter competition off these drugs that the doctors gave me. So then I get coined the nickname Pilly Willy at the scooter competition because I walk into the middle of the scooter competition, take the microphone from Max Peters, and start just announcing the scooter competition, but I'm like flaming all of the kids in their runs until somebody has to take the mic, dude. It was hilarious. It was a comp and a half.
Bro, what? I need footage. Of this. That had to be recorded. No way.
Yeah. You know who Mean Bean is?
I don't think. Oh, Mean Bean, yeah.
Yeah. Mean Bean has a video where I announce his comp run when I'm off of it. If you hit him up, he'll send it to you. I'm like just screaming into the microphone, Mean Bean, like just it was so fun.
Yo, he's so sick too. Mean Bean's so sick.
Yeah, no, he's actually our new roommate now.
Really?
Yeah, he's moving in for a little bit, so it's been pretty sick having him here. If he was here right now, I'd pull him in and tell him to say hi.
It's probably at the skate park.
He's riding his dirt bike right now, I think. But yeah, dude. But
That's a nuts story.
But yeah, man, scootering, it takes you through crazy places, through the world and your mind.
And then to hang fiving down giant hills.
Do you want to hear
Hill
something?
bomb hang fives.
All right, what's your opinion on the scooter company named after that trick? Can you believe that's the name of a scooter company?
What, hang five?
Yeah. What's your opinion on them?
I think we had damn, where did we go? We were on the North trip. We went somewhere.
Arizona, probably.
Yeah, Arizona. Yeah, it was Arizona. Yeah, and we were there. They're actually so sick. Like they actually have their own parks and stuff like that. Usually, like when the companies they come out of nowhere, they don't really have parts to like really show for. And I was like, wow, they're pretty sick. Like I never really like went into like finding out like who they really were, honestly.
Yeah, no, they're a cool company. They're based here in Arizona. They own AZ Grind now, which is pretty cool. The owner Rob does, so they have like a pretty big skate park, and I don't know. I just think it's funny that their name is Hang Five Gear. I just think it's funny that that's the name they chose.
How long have they been doing that?
They've been doing that now for like 3 years or something like that. Now, yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
That's so sick.
You got
Mean Bean rides for them.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. you got any new expected SIG parts with North anytime soon, like a deck or fork or wheels? Or are you not allowed to talk about it? I mean,
Nah,
I guess you just got
but
wheels.
no, I definitely. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of my own person at the end of the day, so it's like I would if I, if I could, but nah, there's really nothing for me right now. Honestly, I'm just trying to stay afloat.
I feel it. I want
You
to see
know,
this edit that you've been working on, dude. I really want
yeah,
to
it's a
see it.
different one. I feel like the first one, which was like my first video, like I really actually put out, honestly, which is weird. That is really weird. But yeah, this one's gonna be better than that one. So, and I enjoyed the first one pretty well.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I feel like working on edits is such a great process. Like, um, I feel like for yourself, and just like your life, like I don't know. It's like I feel like every time that I finish an edit, I've like reached like a new checkpoint in my life or something like that. Like I've reached like a new point where it's just like, all right, like I've done good up until this point. Like I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's like a new level. Like you can't go lower than this. Like from this one, you got to go higher and higher. You just got to keep going.
Exactly. What's like your favorite moment of filming a video? I feel like maybe it changes video to video, but like I like to ask people this question, because I feel like some people like they'll say like, oh, my favorite point of making an edit is when I get to show my friends when it's finally done and I get to see my friends' reaction. Another person says like my favorite point is when I like roll away from the last trick that I finished filming. Like some people say like my favorite trick is when I land my ender, like that's my favorite point of an edit. Like what's like your favorite point of an edit? Like your
When you hear the beep on the camera to
yeah,
like start it to go, yeah,
you like
that's how you
that?
know it's game time. That's how you know it's game time. You
The-
got to go from right there.
do you feel something within you change?
Yeah, a little demon comes out that says, "Hey, sir, come on, it's about the time. It's about that time.
It's about
It's
that
about
time.
that time. Got to do something." Yeah, that definitely changed. Yeah, puts a little fire in you.
Do you feel like you experience like a level of focus and precision that you normally wouldn't have when that little demon comes out?
Definitely. Like I also and like I do weird things too. Like I can't have my back wheel tight when I film.
Mm-hmm.
I can't ride with headphones when I film. So I need to hear like the camera go beep. So like I know when to go. I can't do a lot of things. It's like, but
I can't
yeah,
ride with headphones either when I film.
yeah.
I have to have it be silent.
It's
Like I have
like
to like
I just need a rattle for my back wheel. That's all I need. It's like makes me feel it's there.
you know what's funny about
I'm there.
you know what's funny about writing for music with me is like, and I feel like I'm kind of getting over a little bit, but like it was really hard for me to write with music because I would get really annoyed when I couldn't land my tricks to the beat, and I would intentionally like I would feel like I would fuck up tricks and just try to like delay them a little bit just because I would try to land my tricks on beat like an Instagram video or something. I wanted to like live the Instagram video, but I just couldn't, and I would get like mad and I would mess up my tricks.
Throw your headphones. It's like I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah, I understand that. But for me, I feel like sometimes when I put my headphones in, the only thing that really annoys me is when like kids clearly see like the music blaring in my ears and
And they're
they're like,
like this.
like I can't hear you. Like I clearly can't hear you. Like why? Why do you insist on trying to talk to me when you see me 7 feet in the air? Like why?
And then you intentionally ignore them and they get sad and you're just like, oh,
Yes.
now I feel like a dick.
I'm not gonna lie, I do that. I definitely do that. But come on, I'm not trying to. Like we come here for like progression to learn how to get better and do this. The kids that come to my local, they just go there like it's just dinner time. Like let's just go around, sit around the park and stand there. They actually
Facts.
stand in the middle of the park for no reason. Like parents too. It's nuts. It's nuts.
It's like, yo, kids, like I got some stuff to get off my mental. Like, let me be.
Yeah. Please, like had a horrible day at work. Like I don't feel like coming here and arguing with parents.
Do you ever get into some argument or some parent arguments? Has that ever happened?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, definitely. Because I purposely was trying to stay away from her kids with music in, and she's standing in front of my face because like I jumped over the quarter like near her child like that was running around the park like it was a jungle gym. No scooters, no bikes, no nothing.
I hate parents that take their kids to the park with nothing and they're just like, yo, this is the playground. And then they like
I
feel
just don't understand.
they feel some sort of like ego about it or something because they're like, oh well, I'm a taxpayer. It's just like, well, shut the fuck up.
What? I don't understand. If there is a jungle gym 100 yards that way,
Yeah.
Why do you let your kids come play at a concrete park? I just don't get that. Like this looks fun for you to play.
With
Come
like
on.
older people rolling around at fast speeds. Like
There's bikers with 4 pegs like coming super fast.
like that would take little
There's
Timmy
no
out.
way. Little Timmy that'd be the last thing little Timmy saw was just a shadow peg head. Like, jeez. I don't know why. And they just think it's all right, like every day. It's like, oh yeah, we're not doing anything wrong. Then like you run the kid over and it's like, oh, you're the worst person ever.
Lawsuit.
Well, you're the worst parent. You're the worst parent ever.
For real.
Honestly. It's horrible.
For real, dude. Man. It's skate park culture is just I feel like its own thing. I wish there was like I don't know if you ever watched the show like The Office or like a show that's like based in a certain area. Like I would pay to watch like a skit style show that was like at a skate park of a group of friends.
Park.
You know what I'm trying to say? Where it's just the daily antics of the skate park, like Trailer Park
so
Boys
nuts.
or something. That'd be hilarious.
It's crazy because Badger's local is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Fight brawls like between families and nut stuff. Just nut stuff. People just doing wheelies on little scooters and stuff. It's pretty sick.
His logo looks pretty fun. I remember I think I saw I think I saw your clips from the Forest Jam. That was that park, right? Yeah.
That's that park. Park is amazing.
That's really sick. Tell me about that Forest Jam. What was that like?
I don't know. Forest might. All right. This is weird. I don't know. Forest is probably one of the best scooter related experiences in a sense of like there's no competition. You know, it's just like a it's jam situation. So like everyone's really mellow. They just know like they just got to go out. And,
it's just for friends. Like it's just a fun thing. Yeah.
And we destroyed that part. Like, and the way Badger like set it up was like camp, like a whole camp situation. Like everyone was like honestly seeing other people in like their own habitat and like different ways. It's so sick.
That's really sick. I feel like that would have been such a fun thing to go out to. Like, I feel like you get to see people out of their element a little bit, and like you get to like really see who people are. And I feel like that's like, it's not like rare, but it's a good place to like meet somebody on just on an open mind. You know what I mean?
Especially if like the younger kids didn't have like not kids because there weren't kids there, but like the younger participants were not too familiar with like how their favorite rider is. You know, they can actually like chop it up with them. They can talk to them or whatever. It was so sick. Everyone was just so like on ease. It's like, you know, it's like chill. And we just rode the park and it was just a hell of an experience.
I feel that, dude.
I always thought it was a lot farther though. So close. It's weird.
What do you mean?
From Connecticut, from where I am, it's not far at all. But that's because I don't like it. I don't like driving. It's like I always felt like it was far, but it was really close.
Are you able to take like public transit, like where you're at most everywhere?
Around here, yeah. I'm assuming I don't take public transportation. Only in New York.
I feel it.
Yeah.
How do you normally get around then? Do you drive yourself?
Yeah, I drive, but everything's pretty close within 10, 11 minutes probably.
I feel like
depends on what you want.
I feel like on the East Coast stuff is pretty close to each other, but like on the West Coast out here, like you need a car. Like you're like the public transportation out here does not it's not a thing. Like you need to have a car.
I feel like Arizona is like everything's so far.
It's very
for like the North trip, we were like driving through it, and it was just so hot. It was just no wind. I was like, I might die in this car. I might van. I might die in this van. It was so sick. Like I never prayed for like a gust of wind that bad in my life. And it finally got there. I'm just like, all right, I'm here. I'm finally at peace with Arizona. There's wind.
That's super funny, dude. Oh man. Well, hey Tutty, I've enjoyed talking to you. I think I'm gonna wrap it up right here. But dude,
definitely,
it was great talking to you, man. I feel like up until this point, like we've talked a little bit and we've gamed, but I feel like after this conversation, I've got to know you a lot better, and like I think that's sick.
Oh, definitely.
I feel like
that's why we're here.
I feel like you're an awesome person in the community, and I feel like like what you do in the scene that you're at has huge ripple effects, and I feel like
Yeah.
you got to remember like who you are, and like I don't know, just keep
I
doing what you're
forget
doing.
sometimes. Thank you. I forget
But
sometimes.
but
Definitely do.
but thank you, dude, for coming on to the podcast. I've enjoyed your time, and I
Thank
hope
you
to
guys
see
for
you
having
soon.
me. See you soon, bro.
But yeah, dude,
Peace.
have a good rest of your day, man. Peace
You too.
out.
Peace.